Can Texas really secede from the United States? This question isn't as simple as it sounds, and it's been stirring quite a lot of buzz lately. With recent political tensions running high and a surge in far-right extremism, the concept of Texas secession has found its way back into public discourse. In fact, in December 2023, the Texas nationalist movement claimed to have collected enough signatures to bring the question of secession to the 2024 ballot. But would a yes vote mean an immediate goodbye to the Lone Star State? Stay with us as we delve into this matter, examining the timeline of events leading up to this moment. The idea of Texas seceding from the United States is not a new one. However, recent events have brought this topic back into the spotlight. Let's reel back the clock and take a look at the chain of events that led us here. Our timeline begins in the early 2020s when the concept of Texas secession started gaining traction, largely fueled by heightened political tensions and the rise of far-right extremism. The infamous January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol in 2021 served as a catalyst, intensifying the divide between Democrats and Republicans. The same year, a poll revealed a startling fact. 37% of respondents expressed a willingness to secede, with Texas being a prominent example. This clear rise in support for the secession movement was a wake-up call for many. Fast forward to 2022, threats of violence and civil war loomed over the midterm elections. The normalization of extremist rhetoric within mainstream politics and the growing influence of far-right groups at local levels added fuel to the fire. In the midst of this escalating tension, the Texas nationalist movement made a significant announcement in December 2023. They claimed to have collected enough signatures to include a question on secession on the 2024 ballot. However, it's crucial to note that even if the proposition passes, it will not automatically lead to Texas breaking away from the United States. It's non-binding. This essentially means that the result will not legally compel Texas or the federal government to act on it. This timeline brings us to the present day, where the possibility of Texas secession is a topic of heated debate. Now that we've covered the history, let's take a look at the current status of the secession movement and what Texas leaving the United States could mean. As of December 2023, the Texas nationalist movement has announced that they've collected enough signatures to introduce the question of secession on the 2024 ballot. However, it's important to clarify that even if the proposition passes, it will be non-binding. This means that the vote is essentially a way to gauge public sentiment rather than a definitive step towards secession. The implications of Texas leaving the United States are complex and multifaceted, touching on political, economic, and social aspects. Politically, a Texas secession could significantly alter the balance of power in the United States. Economically, Texas is a significant contributor to the national GDP and houses numerous multinational corporations. Severing ties with the United States could disrupt national and global economies, affecting everything from trade to employment. On a social level, the move could deepen divisions within the country. The rise in far-right extremism and the normalization of extremist rhetoric within mainstream politics, as highlighted by recent news, could potentially escalate tensions and lead to violence. Furthermore, the departure of Texas might embolden other states with separatist movements, leading to further fragmentation of the United States. As we can see, the decision for Texas to secede from the United States is not a simple one, and could have far-reaching consequences. So, can Texas really secede from the United States? As we've explored, it's a complex issue with many potential implications. The Texas nationalist movement has indeed collected enough signatures for a petition to include a secession question on the 2024 ballot. However, even if this proposition passes, it's non-binding, meaning it doesn't necessarily set in motion an official process for Texas to separate from the United States. This discussion reflects broader tensions and divisions within the United States, with political violence, extremist ideologies, and misinformation all playing a role. While the question remains unanswered, one thing is clear: the discussion around Texas secession is far from over.